Josie here. You ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. This video is for a girl from junior high that played with the wrong one, that joined the team of the devil, married themselves to the devil, tied themselves to the devil in a myriad of ways. One of his minions being Kevin P. from his guitar shop back in junior high. The other one being my mother. The other one being Mikey L. Zach. And Matt M. from years ago in junior high. All of y'all engaged in some wicked behavior to come against me and attack me. Now, Tara L., you have a jewelry store and or you do jewelry with your husband. You have a very peculiar and a particular name, which lets me know that you are tied to the devil. That what you create is devilish in nature. And for those that dare to mark themselves as being a part of the devil's tribe. What you engaged in because of your love for the devil and your hate for God and anybody that comes and or is of God, you engaged in some wicked behavior. And I believe I saw one of your minions that went into that guitar store owned by Kevin P. in Houston, Texas, that ended up being the prey of Kevin P. and a few of his other workers one evening when I came to his shop to pick up my guitar. I saw the girl walk in. She looked very depressed, as if she did not want to be there, but she had to be there because she was the sacrifice and or the pleasure for all the guys as well as the owner Kevin P. that afternoon. And I remember Kevin P. wanting me to leave and or exit fairly quickly because they were going to engage in some sexual play with that girl. That man being in his 60s, engaging in disgusting behavior with a child. Disgusting. But you yourself, Tara, you were one of his toys as well too back in junior high, were you not? I remember the guitar that you wanted. It was that pink, purplish Gibson Les Paul guitar, the Sparkle. That was the guitar that you wanted. You really wanted that guitar, but you didn't play guitar. You just wanted it because it was pretty. And you saw that guitar because you would go over there to his shop and you would offer yourself up for favors. You were his toy. You allowed the devil's minion, Kevin P., to play with you because you were also a part of the devil's tribe. And if you wanted to get what you wanted, which was favor from the devil, whatever you wanted, whatever you needed, you gave your life to the devil. That was one of the things you had to do, was allow other of the devil's minions to have access to your body prior to you being of age. And so you attacked me. You were a part of the smear campaign that was done against me in junior high. The one that ostracized me and kept me outside of the so-called circle that you and others had created on behalf of the devil. And you could not have someone that was of God in your circle, and that's why you did everything that you could to get me out of that circle. You went to great lengths, and in junior high, to do so. You know, my mother, she saw the picture of the dance where I had all of y'all in that group picture with me, because I believed that you were friends of mine, but you never were. Y'all never liked me. Y'all just wanted to be attached to me so that people would see you as being good. And that would get people to come into your group. Basically, you wanted me to bring souls over to the devil. And that was not going to happen. That was not going to work. A few of those individuals that were on your team eventually left because they understood what you wanted them to do for you, to be a part of your group. Yeah, it wasn't just you that was being offered up to different business owners in the area. You were bringing other girls as well to be offered up for sexual favors. Well, the consequences are now. The consequences are right now happening in your life. A downfall, a downward spiral. You did love 9 Inch Nails, did you not? You saw yourself as this wretched soul, had been done wrong. You were never really happy. You never really liked yourself. You never really loved yourself either. You knew exactly what you were. You know exactly what people thought that you were good for. And anybody else that was not heading down your path and or did not want to join you in heading down your dangerous and treacherous path, you saw them as the enemy. Someone that needed to be taken out. Someone that needed to be abused and put down. You're no better than my mother. And because my mother was already doing stuff against me, to have you to help her as well, double the abuse, double the attack, double the chance of me taking my own self out by throwing suicide magic at me, making me feel like I was not liked, and then my family making me feel like I was not loved. Oh, that was a double blow. And yeah, that did hurt, but it didn't work. So now, how are you feeling about yourself? How are you feeling about your life? I don't believe you're doing too well right now. Is your husband a bit more abusive now because sales are not doing well in your jewelry business? Is your husband taking it out on you and saying it's your fault? Is your husband negatively telling you things about yourself? How wicked you are, how cruel you are, how ugly you are, how unattractive you are? Is he talking about your sex not being good anymore? Your sex being boring? your sex being old? Is he talking about how stretched out you are? How he shared you with all his friends, his buddies? How you were stretched out at a young age by Kevin P. from the guitar store and all his buddies as well too, that are on the side of the devil? How many entities that you have within your vessel? The sexually transmitted demons that you accepted into your body, all those times you allowed men to inject themselves into you. How many babies did you abort, Tara? How many babies did you abort? Consequences for all of it, Tara. Consequences for all of it.